Hi everybody, my name is Debbie Ray and I'm the owner of pedigreedpups.com, and today I'd like to take a couple of minutes to share some information with you about another AKC dog breed group, and this is called the Non-Sporting Dog Breed Group. And what exactly is the Non-Sporting Dog Breed Group? Well, the AKC Non-Sporting Dog Breed Group has a lot of varied dog breeds included in this group. They're here mainly because the AKC didn't feel that they could easily be classified into any of the other dog breed groups. So a lot of people call this a catch-all group. The membership of this group contains big dogs, little dogs, and some of the finest companion dogs you'll ever possibly own. This group also contains some of America's favorite dog breeds. So let's talk just a little bit about the members of the AKC Non-Sporting Dog Breed Group as of today, March 25th, 2008. So the first dog we'll talk about is the American Eskimo dog. Despite its name, the American Eskimo dog is originally from Germany. It's also called the Standard German Spitz. This dog breed was renamed the American Eskimo dog due to all the anti-German prejudice that occurred during the First World War. These little dogs are very intelligent and exceptionally willing to please their master. To me, these little dogs look almost like a miniature Samoyed. There are three varieties to choose from: the toy, miniature, and the standard. For the most part, these little dogs are best known as companion dogs. However, they've also been used as watchdogs, and they're also very well known as agile circus performers as well, especially in the United States circuses around the 1930s and into the 40s. And the next dog breed we'll talk about is the Bichon Frise. Now, the Bichon Frise, the name actually translates to mean curly lap dog. Now, these dogs can be very good with children with adult supervision, and they're very good with other pets. Because of its need for human companionship, however, the Bichon should not be left alone for too long at a time. These sweet little dogs are not a yapper like many of the other small breeds of dogs. They are bouncy, playful, very perky, and they have a lot of character. This dog breed should be groomed frequently and bathed every month. Professional grooming is highly recommended every 4 to 5 weeks. The Bichon does shed little to no hair, and it is considered a very good choice of dog for anyone who has allergy problems. The next dog is the Boston Terrier. Now, this dog was made in America. The Boston Terrier is a very lively, highly intelligent, smooth-coated dog. They're also nicknamed the American Gentleman. The Boston is one of America's native dog breeds, having been developed in Boston, Massachusetts. These dogs are brindle, seal, or black in color, and they're evenly marked with white markings. They are excellent watchdogs. This little dog thrives with human companionship, and it needs daily exercise. Typical walks on a leash or playtime out in a field with its owner or whatever are very good ways to give this dog exercise. They also love to play any kind of chasing games, especially retrieving a ball. The next dog breed we'll talk about is of the non-sporting dog breeds is the Bulldog. And this dog looks like one of the biggest bruisers you'd ever meet, but actually they're also one of the most gentle breeds you'll ever meet. They're also known as the English Bulldog. They're very well known for their loving disposition and their ability to get along well with other dogs. They do have a tendency for drooling, snoring, and passing gas, just so you'll know. These dogs are heat intolerant, and they must be kept cool in the summer months. Moderate exercise is all you'll ever need to keep these guys from becoming overweight, otherwise they will become couch potatoes. They can't stand hot weather, and they're not very good with water. In fact, swimming in these dogs is just not a good combination, so just keep that in mind. The Chinese Shar-Pei originated in China. Here you can see that this is a very regal, alert, and a dignified dog. They're also very intelligent. He might appear independent or even snobbish with strangers, but he is an extremely devoted member to his family. They've been described as a people dog, preferring the companionship of humans over the company of other dogs. Their short, harsh coat, the loose skin covering their head and body, their small ears, that hippopotamus muzzle look to their face, and that high-set tail give a Shar-Pei a very unique look all its own. Did you know that the Shar-Pei was once listed as the rarest dog in the world by the Guinness Book of World Records? Well, it's true. The Chinese Shar-Pei, whose name literally translates as sand skin, It's an ancient and very unique breed, thought to have been in existence since the Han Dynasty in China back around 200 BC. Like the Chow, these dogs also have a blue-black tongue. Now the Chow Chow also originated in China, and the Chow is a multi-purpose dog. They've been used for hunting, for herding, pulling, and protection work. These dogs can be traced back to at least 150 BC. Recent DNA analysis confirms that this is one of the oldest breeds of dog in existence, and that they probably originated somewhere in Siberia or Mongolia. Typically, this breed weighs around 45 to 70 pounds, and they're about 17 to 20 inches or so tall at the shoulder. This breed is a very seasonal, heavy shedder, and their coat does require at least, a weekly grooming session. More often, even, especially if they're blowing coat. These dogs are highly intelligent, and they're very possessive. They love their family, and they love all the family's possessions, and they're very wonderful companions for adults who will take the time to care for them properly. Generally speaking, these dogs dislike other dogs of the same breed and other dogs of the same sex, and they must be socialized with children, and they must have a lot of other experiences at an early age to make a very calm and sociable dog. The best home for these dogs is inside to avoid them getting heat stroke. Now the Dalmatian is best known by its striking black spotted coat. Its name stems from the country of Dalmatia, which is a region located in western Yugoslavia. The Dalmatian is capable of great endurance, and they're combined. They have a very high speed that they can also run. They're very active, energetic, and they like lots of exercise. Originally bred to run for hours under or even alongside the axles of horse-drawn coaches, these dogs don't tire easily either. Especially in the United States, their earlier uses as carriage dogs was transferred later to working with horse-drawn fire engines. Today they often serve as a firehouse mascot, and they're often also associated with Budweiser beer or even Busch Gardens theme parks in the United States. These dogs have a great fondness for running long distances, so if you're looking for a dog as a jogging partner, these would be a great choice. If you're a couch potato and you don't like a lot of exercise, these would not be good choices for you. Now, the Finnish Spitz has been the national dog of Finland since the late 1970s, and they're prized in Finland for their handsome fox-like appearance. These dogs have a lively personality, and they have a very loyal disposition, and they're a very faithful companion. They are also a dog that requires a lot of patience and understanding when training. These dogs have functioned since the earliest times as a national bark pointer, and they direct the hunter to the location of treed game or whatever by a distinctive bark or yodel that they have. They have long been used to hunt small game and birds, and they do require a lot of exercise. These dogs are also very slow to mature. They don't reach their full adult size until around 3.5 to 4 years of age. Be forewarned, these dogs do love the sound of their own voices, so training does need to be done to teach this dog that his barking is both unnecessary and unwanted, unless you're looking for a watchdog. In Finland, contests are held annually to select the newest king barker from the Finnish pit dogs in the area. Now the French Bulldog. The Frenchie is a very distinctive dog breed, especially because of those bad ears. They do make good pets, and they do make good watchdogs. Their exercise needs are fairly low, and they do require at least daily walks. Otherwise, they can become quite obese. Overall, Frenchies are friendly, good-natured, and playful dogs. They make fantastic companions for families, for people that are single, and especially for the elderly. They do get along pretty well with other strangers and other animals, but they do bond strongly with one person in particular. This breed is very happy, and they love to be an adored pet. It is essential that all owners understand that Frenchies cannot live outdoors, however. The Kaysen is the national dog of Holland. These dogs are sometimes referred to as the Smiling Dutchman. Its closest dog relative is probably the Pomeranian, and it's also a member of the Spitz group of dogs. This dog breed is well known for the spectacles that appear around its eyes. This is a delicate dark line running from the outer corner of each eye toward the lower corner of each ear, as well as the wolf-like color of the breed. When this breed joins the family, he looks forward to being an important part of it, as well as being a sensible watchdog. He loves children, and he likes to play games and play around with them. And they're also a very good family dog, where they'll have a lot of interaction with the family, and they get a chance to play with the kids or whatever, and have exercise time as well as some alone time. Now, the Lhasa Apso is also known in Tibet as the bark lion sentinel dog. There, his primary function was as of a police watchdog. His keen intelligence and accurate hearing and instincts for identifying friends from strangers made him uniquely suited for the role of a watchdog. Lhasas should not be mistaken for a typical toy lapdog. They are anything but that. Tibetan monks believe that the Lhasas are lions reincarnated and hold them in high esteem. Of all the Lhasas, the golden Lhasas are said to house the souls of past Dalai Lamas. The Lhasa's coat needs regular grooming, and owners need to be avid groomers, or either to pay to have this dog groomed regularly. Due to its small size, the Lhasa makes an ideal companion for any apartment dweller. Alright, let's talk a little bit about the Louchin. These are also known as little lion dogs, and they have the distinction of being one of the rarest dogs in the world. Generally speaking, these dogs have less than a few hundred registrations each year, and that's all over the world. These dogs originated as a companion breed in the pre-Renaissance Europe, where the ladies of the court at that time groomed them in the likeness of a little lion. The breed characteristics are a compact, balanced body, a relatively short, broad skull, and a muzzle, and a proud, lively gait that accentuates that lion cut and its long, flowing mane. This breed is very good for apartment life. The perfect home for a Louchin is any place where the dog can get plenty of attention. This dog breed craves attention from its owner and does quite well with other animals. Now, the Poodle. This is one that you're probably very familiar with. A member of the toy and also the non-sporting group, the Poodle is the national dog of France. These are extremely people-oriented dogs, and they are well known also for their retrieving capabilities in the water, where they are a very active, intelligent, and elegant appearing dog. Grooming with this breed is nearly an art form in itself. There are 4 generally accepted styles used for showing this dog breed in the show ring. These show quality clips generally include shaping the coat to very exact specifications in some areas, while completely shaving off other areas completely. In addition to these show clips, there are also 5 common pet quality clips that are used with pet-owned dogs. These dogs come in 3 different sizes, which have distinct definitions according to the AKC. The words standard, miniature, and toy are used to denote size only. All of these different sizes are still considered one breed of dog. These dogs are good with children and other pets, and they're also best kept indoors and given regular exercise. They do require extensive grooming, however. The Schipperke is a very agile, active little hunter of vermin. These little dogs are small, thick-set, cobby-looking little dogs. They're solid black, they're tailless, and they have a very foxy-looking face. He is a very curious little dog, and he's interested in everything around him and is very reserved with strangers. However, he's ready to protect his family and property if needed. He is an ideal watchdog and an excellent companion. Their coat is solid black, although when they shed, the coat may take on a slightly reddish cast. The coat is straight and abundant and slightly harsh to the touch. These dogs originated in the Flemish provinces of Belgium. Their name is believed to mean little shepherd, and they are sometimes called the best little house dog. These dogs are very fond of children. And the Shiba Inu is the smallest and also the oldest of the Japanese native breeds of dog. These dogs were originally developed for hunting by sight and scent in the dense undergrowth of the mountainous areas of Japan. Along with being very alert and agile and having very keen senses, these dogs are also an excellent watchdog as well as a companion. The Shiba's coat is somewhat soft, thick, and very plush to the touch. It has a double coat with a strong straight outer coat and a soft dense undercoat. The Shiba may look slightly aloof at first, but is typically quite an inquisitive, good-natured, bright, and active dog. The Shiba's ability to maneuver steep hills and mountainous slopes, together with its keen senses, have repeatedly shown it to be a very excellent hunting dog. Okay, let's talk for a second about the Tibetan Spaniel. Now, these little dogs might not be quite as well known as others, but they are well known for their remarkable intelligence and affectionate nature. These dogs were used as watchdogs as well as companion dogs in their native Tibet. It's a good idea never to let your Tibetan Spaniel off leash, as they do tend to run off, however. This Spaniel enjoys the company of his family and does not like to be left alone for long periods of time. These dogs do shed heavily at least once a year and quite a bit during the rest of the year. Be prepared to groom them, especially during the shedding season. This dog breed does mature very slowly for a small dog breed. One interesting fact considered is that this dog is considered a very primitive breed. Overall, if you want a super obedient dog, one that you can walk off leash and that will come to you when called, then this is not the breed of dog for you. Okay, the Tibetan Terrier. Now, the Tibetan Terrier is the last dog that we'll talk about in the AKC Nonsporting Dog Breed Group at this time. The Tibetan Terrier is a highly intelligent, sensitive, loyal, and devoted dog. These dogs have evolved over many centuries, surviving in Tibet's extreme climates and difficult terrain, and because of that, the breed developed a very protective double coat, a compact size, a very unique foot construction, and a very great agility to be able to get around as they needed. These dogs serve as a steadfast and devoted companion in all of its owner's encounters. Their well-feathered tail curls up and falls over its back, and there's a good bit of grooming that's required to keep this dog's coat in tip-top shape. The feet are very large, they're flat and round in shape, producing a snowshoe effect that provides the dog with excellent traction in all kinds of terrible weather. Now, if you'd like to learn about other AKC purebred dog breeds, or if you'd like to learn about the other AKC dog breed groups, please visit my website at www.pedigreedpups.com to learn more. And again, that's www